What is going on, guys? It has been way too long since I've done a video talking about the Vader G35. I wanted to talk on a topic that I've been asked a few times and just thought I should bring it up just so that you guys know where I stand on it. As you guys know, the goal for the Vader project is $45,000 for how I want to design it and how I want to make the car. But what if I only saved $40,000 or $30,000, maybe even $20,000 for the project? What would what would I do then? The simple answer is I'm still getting the car. So $45,000 is the goal for how I want to build the car. That isn't exactly the minimum cost though. If I wanted to save up the bare bones minimum just to get the Vader kit and everything I absolutely need, that would be $27,000. So at the minimum, that would be the donor car of the Infiniti G35. This one's a pretty great example at 1,600 bucks. Has a bad transmission, which don't need that. That would also be my car as the donor car, the Infiniti G37 on the left there. Oops. This would be the donor car to go into the Vader. Then, of course, we also have the kit for the Vader. We need to get, and then also we'll get the wheels along with that, any style that they have from Vader. And then, of course, just some odds and ends, tools, and paint of some sort. And at that price, it'd probably be pretty cheap paint. And even if I only save up $27,000, the car will still look fantastic. It just won't be as fast as I want it, and it won't have the good interior details that I wanted to have. Again, that's just worst case scenario at that number. The goal is still 45K, but the next number would actually be $35,000. The reason it's such a big jump of $8,000 to the next upgrade is because I just absolutely have to have this on the car when I get it. It is the supercharger kit for the VQ37 engine. And the cool thing about this kit is you can actually customize it from, you can just get a basic at 450 horsepower. You can even get up to 500. You can spend an extra $2,000 to get 550 or an extra $2,600 to get 600 wheel horsepower. And these numbers are wheel horsepower, which is crazy. One of the things I do want to do with the supercharger kit is I'm just going to get it at that 500 horsepower level rather than doing up to 600 horsepower. Reason being, I think that 500 horsepower is a more usable power level to have some fun on some back roads, but also, have some good 0 to 60 times for the car. It seems like once you go over 500 horsepower, it just the car just seems like it's only straight line use and really easy to get the car sideways if it's anything over that. So 500 is definitely the goal. And just to give you guys an idea of what the increase goes to from a stock Infiniti G35, which is what most people would do for the Vader kit, they say that they have 280 horsepower for the car, but wheel horsepower is like 230 to 240. They're saying that's for the automatic transmissions here, like on the dyno. And so going up to 500 wheel horsepower is literally doubling what the car can actually do. I have just got to get to $35,000. No, 27,000 is the minimum, but 35K is definitely like got to get there. And then after 35K, it's really just any increments of $200 to $1,000 for each individual part to get up to $45,000. And once I get there, obviously we'll have the kit taken care of. And anything over $35,000 will just go in increments of however much the part costs. And I think the next one that would probably be the most important would be the coilovers, and that's $1,200. So $36,200 would be the next increment for this one, and then $1,000 after that would be the camshafts. Upgraded camshafts give us an extra 36 to 22 horsepower on the engine and just make it more efficient. And then after that, it'd be another couple $100 for a 30-gallon fuel cell. Can't really quite find the right price for one of these ones. I put the price at like $140 to $500 just because I'm not sure what kind of size you would need or how it should fit, or if it has to be like customly made or something. These are just a couple upgrades for getting up to that 45,000 mark. But once obviously we get to $45,000, we've officially hit the goal, and there's nothing actually to worry about. However, since I'm always thinking about this project, I was like, what else could I do to the car just to make it that much better? And I kind of have a new goal of what if we go above and beyond $45,000? Like, what if we hit $55,000? I found some more components that I think would just make the car just that much better. One of the things I really like to do is go on to Z1 Motorsports website. They have everything Nissan Z related, Infiniti G37 related, and I didn't even realize this was an upgrade, but one of the things, this is a stock setup for what my car looks like for the wheel setup and like the coilovers and everything. at least mostly stock. I have a slight upgrade on the car, but they have an upgrade for this, and I was like, I gotta have this. It looks so nice. It really just looks more hypercar, supercar type of look to it rather than just a stock G37 suspension system. This is what it is for the front. Has everything for the knuckle, for the wheel to go onto, and for the steering components. Even has the spacer to even hold it all together. And then on the rear, you also have this one again for the knuckle and also for the adjusters for adjusting the alignment. So prices for these guys is $3,400 and $2,500. So you're looking at about 6 grand. Yeah, 6 grand for all of that for this upgrade. So it'd really be a nice upgrade. Again, not something I need for the car, but it would be sweet. And then something else I was really throwing around the idea for, I had thought about this maybe about a year ago. What would it take to build the engine? Just make the engine just like a solid, so it could really handle a lot of horsepower. Not that I'd want to do a lot of horsepower, but just so it's a lot more reliable. And then I heard about this guy on YouTube. He got his G37 to go up to 10,000 RPM. I was like, how? How do you do that? Apparently, it's with a better crankshaft. It's not the only thing, but the main upgrade is a better crankshaft. This bad boy is $3,700. Very expensive. However, it actually allows the engine to rev higher so you can do a lot better. So if you just did this, it'd probably throw a rod or it'd probably throw a piston somehow. So one of the things you'd also want to do is you'd also want to get a better engine package. AAM Competition has a whole bunch of different options for stage 1, stage 2, I think all the way up to stage 4 and 5 maybe. Obviously handling different horsepower ratings. This is another 8 grand on top of that. But with all these upgrades, it would that'd be way over $10,000. So we'd actually be looking at like $65,000 for all that stuff. So I think what we'd actually do is at $45,000, we'll continue the car exactly how we wanted to do it. At an extra $6K, we would do all of this, and then, or if we got to $55,000, what we do is we just forget about the WiseFab stuff. We just go to the engine upgrades. I think this would be a lot more. I think it'd be a lot cooler to have brag to people to be like, yeah, my engine does 10,000 RPM. And then if for some crazy reason we get another $6,000 on top of the $12,000 that it take to do the engine, then we would do the WiseFab upgrades here, which it's amazing. It just blows my mind how much more expensive this project keeps getting. Because I'm just like, ooh, what about this? Ooh, what about that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. So if it got to $55,000 or $65,000, those would all be the next upgrades for the car. However, just doing that based off of what I make at my job wouldn't actually make that happen. I have considered detailing cars over the summertime. I was doing some calculations, and I would actually make about $10,000 just for a single summer. That would be able to add to saving up for the car. So that's an option I was even thinking about doing. I do have something else in the works that can make some extra money to help save up for the Vader kit, but my first idea was detailing cars. That's kind of like a simple one to do that I could just do on nights off. But back to the original point, I'm not too worried if we don't hit $45,000 for the project overall. Even if we hit $27,000, we can still make the project happen, and it'll still be a really cool car after everything's said and done. I hope this video gives you guys some more confidence, even if I was not at the goal, or even if we were to get some more money by doing some odds and ends jobs, what we could even do to make the project even better. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time with some more Vader content, car reviews, and even Z-Days is even next month, so we'll be getting some recording for that. That video will be the end of next month, and it's such an excellent event. This will be my 5th Z-Days, and I really hope to capture the whole event on camera and really show you guys how much fun it really is. And better yet, if you guys can make it there, highly recommend it. It is just so much fun. See you all at the next video, and we'll see you guys also at Z-Days.